Playing the pull on the ground. 1-2. Seawald ahead in the count. He'll try again. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, right field. Carroll going over towards the line, nearing the foul line. He's there. He's got it. And the Arizona Diamondbacks have beaten the Philadelphia Phillies here in Game 7. They have ended the Phillies season. And it's the Diamondbacks who celebrate on the field here at Citizens Bank Park as they are the National League champions. And the Phillies, who took Game 5 out in Arizona to come home with a 3-2 series lead, they lose both games at home as the offense held to only 3 runs over 2 games. And the Phillies season comes to a disappointing end tonight.
Well, you live by the slug, you die by the slug. Unable to string any hits together. The Phils' last 5 games, they were 5 for 34 with men in scoring position. That's a 147 average. That's the last 5 games. The first 2 games, they were 7 for 17. But unable to do it. You got to hand it to the Diamondbacks pitching. They were outstanding. They made their pitches. They stayed on the edges. They kept the ball down in the zone. And they held the Phillies. They held them down like nobody has before.
Well, not what the Phillies wanted to see. The Diamondbacks celebrating on their field. They dragged the stage out for the presentation of the National League trophy, and it's a trophy that now belongs to Arizona as the Phillies fail to repeat as National League champs. They stormed through the first couple of rounds of the playoffs, but here in the LCS, the Phillies, despite having a 2-0 lead, after winning the first 2 in pretty convincing fashion, the Phillies see their season end here tonight against Arizona as simply the offense didn't live up to its end of the bargain, right?
And games 3 and 4, the first 2 games down in Arizona, especially Game 4. The Phils had that game in hand and could not finish it off. That's a big factor in how this series ended.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like salt in the wound. I got to tell you, Arizona, I mean, after those first 2 games, I just thought it was over. And maybe the player, I don't think the players that way. They still did their work, the Philly guys, but man. And maybe Arizona is young enough that they didn't know any better.
How about the rookie pitcher, Brandon Pfaadt? 9 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and struck out 16.
Yeah. I firmly believe for teams to win through the postseason, and this was certainly with my case back in the day, but you win through the postseason, you stay healthy, and the guys tend to have career years.
Yeah. And
here you have a rookie who just came back up and performed like you would. That right there for him, the confidence, it'll extend his career. It'll give him more time. He pitched that well.
4-2 the final. Arizona wins it here in Game 7 of the NLCS. We'll take time out, and we'll come back to South Philly in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network.